Imagine you're sitting inside a small boat, floating on a wide river. The sky is huge, the water is endless, and you have no rudder, no direction, no power to steer. That is what life feels like without self-confidence. You may have talent, you may have dreams, but if fear and shyness hold the wheel, you will drift wherever life pushes you. Maybe you are the kind of person who stays quiet, who avoids taking risks, who hides their potential because they don't want to be judged. Maybe you are tired of others walking over you, or tired of doubting yourself every time you take a step. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because the story you're about to hear may become the turning point you've been waiting for. In a busy, noisy city, there lived a hard-working man who sold salt for a living. Every day, he lifted heavy sacks, traveled far, worked long hours, and returned home late. He had 2 sons, one lively and confident, and the other painfully shy, the elder son. He wasn't stupid. He wasn't lazy. He was simply a boy who carried too much fear in his chest. Whenever someone talked to him, his voice shook. Whenever he tried to answer a question, his mind went blank. People thought he was slow, or strange, or foolish. They laughed at him. They took advantage of him. They stepped on his silent nature, but the boy never complained. He simply lowered his head and accepted it. Yet the only person whose words truly cut him was his father. The father couldn't understand him. He believed the world belonged to strong voices, fearless minds, confident people. And every time the boy hesitated or stumbled, the father scolded him harshly. Those harsh words, those angry looks, those loud, disappointed sighs, they destroyed the boy from the inside. As he grew older, that fear became poison. During exams, his hand would tremble so much he couldn't even write answers he knew. He began failing, slowly drifting behind everyone else. Eventually, his father gave up. "You can't study," he said. "At least come help me in the business. Don't embarrass me again." The boy agreed, but his fear followed him there too. When customers came into the shop, his voice cracked. When he tried to carry bags, he fumbled. When someone asked him a question, he panicked. Every mistake became another reason for his father to shout. And then came the day that broke him completely. His father was away when a group of cunning men entered the shop. "Your father sent us," they lied. "We're here to collect the salt sacks for the city." The boy froze. He wanted to ask questions, but doubt and fear tied a knot around his tongue before he could gather the courage to speak. The men had loaded every sack onto their cart, and they disappeared. When the father returned and saw the empty shop, he exploded. "You worthless boy. You ruined everything I built. Get out of my sight. Never come back." The boy stood still, each word stabbing him like a knife. He didn't argue. He didn't defend himself. He simply turned around and walked away. Outside, neighbors whispered. Children laughed. His own mind screamed at him. "You are useless. You can't do anything right. You are nothing." With a heart full of shame, he walked to the riverbank. The same river where men washed clothes, where children used to swim. But today, it looked dark, cold, silent. He stood at the edge. "There's nothing left for me," he thought. "I will always be a failure." Just as he leaned forward, a hand grabbed him. An old man with a calm face and eyes full of wisdom pulled him back with surprising strength. The boy shouted, "Why did you save me? I can't do anything right. My father hates me. Everyone thinks I'm stupid. Why should I even live? The old man looked at him gently. My child, he said, life is precious. Failure is never the end, unless you decide it is. If you stay alive, you can change anything. If you give up now, you will never know who you could become. The boy cried softly and whispered, but I am shy, weak, uneducated. How can someone like me change? The old man's eyes sharpened. Come with me, he said, with nothing else to lose. The boy followed him to a small, humble home. Inside, the old man said, I have the answer to your problem, but you must do exactly what I say for 3 days. If you complete 3 tasks, I will show you the secret that can change your life. A small spark, just a tiny one, lit inside the boy. He nodded. Today, the old man said, you must talk to 10 strangers. Ask their names, their work, their dreams, and write everything you learn. The boy's stomach tightened, talking to people, him, but he forced himself to try. Some people ignored him. Some looked annoyed. Some talked briefly, but he kept going. By evening, he had spoken to 10 people, and surprisingly, even made new friends. For the first time in his life, he felt a tiny spark of accomplishment. The next morning, the old man said, today you will teach 10 children why water is important. The boy panicked. I'm not educated. How can I teach anyone? The old man smiled. They don't know that. Just share what you do know. Trembling, the boy stood before the children with a glass of water. He explained 5 simple benefits. He finished quickly, his heart pounding, but he did it. And when he repeated it, his voice became a little steadier, a little stronger. Fear was finally starting to loosen its grip. The old man gave the final task. Go home. Face your father. Apologize. Tell him you will change. The boy felt ice run through his body. No, he will never forgive me. If you don't do this, the old man said firmly, you cannot receive my final advice. The boy swallowed hard. His legs trembled, but he walked home anyway. Standing before his father, he bowed his head and said, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, but give me one more chance. I will prove myself. His father looked at him and for the first time saw courage, not fear, not weakness, but a quiet strength. He nodded slowly. Fine, one more chance. The boy returned to the old man, excited. I did everything. Now please, tell me the secret to success. The wise man smiled warmly. You've already discovered it, he said. It was never your shyness that held you back. It was your fear. People see you the way you see yourself. If you walk with confidence, the world treats you with respect. True strength is not muscles, not money, not loud voices. True strength is believing in yourself. The boy felt tears fill his eyes. I understand now, he whispered. I won't let fear win ever again. And he kept that promise. Years later, the once shy, trembling boy became a successful businessman, respected everywhere he went, not just for his intelligence, but for his unshakable confidence. Self-confidence is not a gift. You don't wake up with it. You build it. Every small step you take outside your comfort zone becomes a brick in the foundation of your confidence. Fear holds you back. Courage moves you forward, and the world sees you exactly the way you choose to show up. If this story touched your heart, give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your words may inspire someone else today.